Been a phenomenal year for the players on your screen. It was the final series. They went 8-1 in best of fives this year. But that one loss will sting more than any other.
LPL will take the Summoners Cup back to China next year for Worlds. Potentially FPX defending their crown in that tournament. So much to think about here. It's a big moment, even if it wasn't the 5-game series that I think a lot of people were banking.
After game one, I had so much hope. It didn't work out. Now we're going to head on stage where Shox is interviewing your new world champions.
Thank you very much. I am here with the 2019 World Champions, FPX. And first up, I have to go to Doinme, a man who's been through so much and has fought so hard to get to this point. What does it mean to you to be able to lift the Summoners Cup?
Doinme，你目前已经征战了非常的多年，终于可以举起这个召唤师总决赛的奖杯，对你而言是什么意义？
就终于证明了自己吧。我这种中单都能拿冠军，因为之前很多人说我这种风格的中单不配拿冠军，但今年终于拿了冠军，我就证明了自己，我这种打法也可以拿冠军。谢谢，感谢我的队友。
I think that I've finally proven myself. Even a mid laner like me could take the championship. Before this, a lot of people said that a mid laner that played my style didn't deserve to win the championship, but I think I finally proved it. I am deserving, and I want to thank all of my teammates and everyone that supported me.
Fantastique, elle remercie toute son équipe et dit que normalement les personnes ont dit qu'une personne et un mid laner avec cette style-ci ne peut pas gagner, mais il a gagné et il veut remercier tous les fans. I have to also go to LWX. LWX, you played absolutely out of your mind, not just in this game, but the entire tournament. Same question for you. What does it mean to you to be able to become a world champion?
LWX， 你这个系列赛真的是玩得非常非常的精彩，打得非常的好。对你而言，终于可以获得冠军，对你是什么意义？
我觉得我也算是证明自己吧，在这个决赛里面。
I think I have also proven myself in this finals.
Yes, he has. LWX, could you also tell me why you think you are so much better than your opponents G2 today as a team?
LWX， 你今天为什么觉得 FPX 可以打得比你们的对手 G2 要来得好这么多？
我觉得今天不是我们打得太好，是对手打得不行。
Today, I don't think it's because we performed especially well. It's because our opponents didn't really perform.
Alors, il explique qu'ils ont gagné pas avec du jeu parfait, mais simplement parce que G2 n'a pas joué très bien aujourd'hui. I do have to also ask about all the support you receive from the fans. And Doinme, you and FPX have gained so many fans in Europe and all around the world for your play this World Championship. What would you like to say to all of them and all of them at home?
Doinme，这次你们来欧洲获得了非常多的新粉丝，你有没有什么话想要对你们获得的这些新粉丝说的，或者是在家收看的粉丝说？
我们等了40天，终于这句话终于喊出来了，我们是冠军！
We've been waiting for 40 days to say this, and finally we can say it on stage. We are the champions.
Je pense que ça ne nécessite pas une traduction, ils sont les champions, allez. And then I also want to ask about one very special fan in particular, your beautiful wife, Umi, who has been there throughout your entire career and has cheered for you at every single stage this World. What would you like to say to her?
最后一个问题想要问，就是你对于一个非常特别的粉丝，你的老婆乌米，她一直都在你身边陪伴你，跟着你的职业发展，你有没有什么话想对她说？
这次打世界赛之前，我跟老婆说过我会带你去巴黎，但我没有说我们会拿冠军。然后这次拿了冠军，真的感谢你的陪伴。然后就因为之前 我本来想就退役嘛，然后但是他说再打1年，相信自己。然后后来拿了冠军，我觉得都是没有他的话，我觉得我走不到这舞台上。感谢他，谢谢。
Before we came to Worlds, I said that I would take you to Paris, but I didn't say I would win the World Championship. And looking back at it right now, I really want to thank you for all your company. Before this, I was contemplating retirement, and it was you who told me to believe in myself and give it one more year. So this championship, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much.
Fantastique, Doinby dit que c'est grâce à sa femme qu'il a gagné aujourd'hui et qui était encore en train de jouer. Fantastique, fantastic. Can I get it up one more time for Doinby, LWX, and FPX? You can now join your team. Et maintenant, pour la présentation des médailles à nos champions du monde, je vous prie d'accueillir nos dignitaires to present the medals to our 2019 League of Legends World Champions. I'd like to invite Nicolas Laurent, Riot Games CEO, Mark Merrill and Brandon Beck, founders of Riot Games, John Needham, Global Head of League of Legends Esports, and Monsieur Jean-François Martin, Deputy Mayor of Paris.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're getting a look at our 2019 World Champions Fun Plus Phoenix. They've done it again for the LPL as IG fell in the semifinals. FPX said, don't you worry, we'll give us the opportunity to defend another title on home soil just next year.
And they worked so hard for this title. 3 of the 5 members of this team were a 7th place team just last year. They merged together as a team. They practiced harder than anyone else. They even had stumbles at the very start of Worlds, dropping their very first game to J-Team. But they didn't drop a single game in the finals. The only sweep of the entire knockout stage.
I felt like they didn't even drop a single moment in this series. This was such highs from the team, and we talk about how it feels like we finally got to see FPX. You got to see FPX at their peak. Everyone was performing. LWX, I believe, went deathless this entire series. Crisp was an absolute monster today.
First time that's happened in a World Championship, having a deathless player. It would have been 2 if Gimgoon didn't die at the final Nexus push.
I think it's unreal how well they played. G2 had no answers for the first time in a year.
An absolutely stellar performance out of all 5 members of that team and the support staff behind them. We already have the opportunity to hear from Doinby and LWX on stage in that winner's interview. What it means for them to rise to the title of champion individually, to have proved themselves when others may have doubted, and to extend that thank you to the support system behind them.
It's frankly such a surreal moment for Doinby. Watching him coming into 2015, Xiaogu were called the kings of team fighting, and again, it was just unlock after unlock after unlock. You never got to see him on the international stage, his first go at it, and to say that he thought about retiring, the fact that the world was almost denied this.
And as we speak about the accomplishments of the team as a whole, we are nearing that all-important presentation of the finals MVP. Again, 5 players do make a team and make a world championship, but 1 makes an MVP, so we're going back to Shocks.
Presented by Oppo. Maintenant, il est temps d'annoncer le MVP de la finale, présenté par Oppo. And this year's winner was voted on by a committee of shoutcasters, experts, and journalists from around the world, representing every competitive region that took part in Worlds 2019. Le gagnant a été choisi par un comité de journalistes, experts et commentateurs à travers le monde, représentant toutes les régions qui ont fait partie des Worlds 2019. Paris, un tonnerre d'applaudissements pour le MVP Oppo du Mondial 2019, Paris. Please join me in congratulating your 2019 World Championship Finals Oppo MVP, Tien. Merci Nicolas. Tien, congratulations on a phenomenal World Championship. Can you tell me about the honor of winning the Oppo MVP here in the final? You can hold it if you like.
恭喜你获得这一次世界总冠军的决赛的 MVP。你可以跟我们讲一下获得这个殊荣对你是什么感觉、什么意义吗？
我觉得我这3盘就是做到了自己该做的，然后 FMVP 这个是我没有想到的，我觉得我现在很惊讶吧。
I felt in these 3 games I did everything that I was required to do, but to take the FMVP, I'm actually very surprised.
Il est encore un peu surprisé d'avoir gagné le MVP. But when we look at the entire tournament and also the finals, you did play phenomenally well. So what would you say puts you above the other junglers in this tournament and also the one in this final?
你表现得非常的出色，那你觉得是什么样子的表现让你可以区别从就你自己跟区别其他的打野，然后也让你表现得比今天对面的打野好一点？
就是我之前在国内看评论的时候，经常会看到就是很多人会说我的打法像谁谁谁，像谁谁谁。其实我一直觉得我是就是我的风格是怎么说，就是跟别人完全不一样的。所以但我之前一直没有机会，就是说证明自己。现在我想说就是我就是我自己，我就是天。
Back in China, I used to read a lot of comment sections that said Tian played like XXX player, played like who, but this time I just wanted to prove that I am myself, I am Tian.
Il explique qu'il a lu beaucoup de commentaires très très mal et maintenant il est fier d'être Tien et être le MVP Oppo de la finale. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Tien. You can join your team to lift the trophy once again. Tien, don't forget this.
There you have it, the MVP Tien humbly accepting his award, citing that he does believe he fulfilled his duties, but a bit surprised to have received it himself.
Wait for the lift. Oh, team
The
effort.
moment that all of China and FPX has been waiting for, as a team and as a region, to lift this trophy once again. An incredible moment made possible by an incredible team. Made all that much more incredible when we talk about where they came from, what they had to go through, the obstacles they had to overcome to make this statement so definitively on this stage today.
Domestically this year, they were 0.7% off being the most winningest team in LPL history. Throughout playoffs, they showcased what they were capable of. We were all doubters of whether or not they would be able to match what G2 showed, but they silenced us. With a clean 3-0 and an impressive performance, the LPL showcased that it is filled to the brim with talent as a new team claims the title of World Champion.
And I even think, talking about the MVP, it's very hard to give out that award. It was a group of people that awarded it. I think you could make arguments for Crisp, for LWX, for Tien, obviously, but I feel like they won so much as a team, and that was really their story this entire Worlds.
It feels like to compete with G2, you had to have mechanics as the bare minimum, otherwise it wasn't going to be a contest. And now in the LPL, you must be superstars to even get close to the top. The fact that they went through the defending world champion, that they took the title in both, or in the summer and had the winningest record, like, filled to the brim, doesn't even begin to cover it. This is 16 teams, 7 different arenas, the biggest league in the world, and it's just gonna keep coming. LPL's dominance will not stop.
And it's going to Worlds next year. Worlds is going to be in China. And I think this FPX team can be inspirational to other teams, maybe even more so than IG, because IG had the Shy and Rookie, 2 people who you're going to say, wow, they're just on another level. It's like they have cheat codes on. Whereas this team, literally a year ago, none of these players would be considered top 2, maybe top 3 in the world. Doinby would be the only one who'd be in that conversation. But in a year, they've become world champions.
And it's this idea of ripples. This team doesn't exist if Edward Gaming hadn't won in 2015. Tien talks about Clearlove, how he was inspired by him. Raz did a beautiful segment talking about the history there. Chris as well. These guys, they watched EDG lift that trophy. They now lift it today. And like you're saying, Jat, who knows who will see this? League is that old now that these players are growing up knowing, I want to be Crisp. I want to be Tien.
And as Fun Plus Phoenix takes their victory lap around the Accor Hotels arena, taking their bows and breathing in this moment, we can confidently say that Doinby got his wish from just a couple weeks ago when he said, I hope that people can chant our name when we make it to the finals and hoist that Summoners Cup. That very thing did take place today, and it is so much deserved.
Also want to credit this crowd as well. You know there were a ton of G2 hopeful, but they are showing the due respect to the world champions, giving them a standing ovation earlier, chanting their name as you mentioned, and applauding them once again as they take their victory lap.
That trophy's heavy. I like to see them sharing the load. Teamwork all the way from start to finish.
And I think it's only fitting that it's Chris and Tien that are leading the charge there. We talked about how if anyone was going to outclass a position, it was going to start with those two. I think they certainly proved it on the day.
And I love the fact that these interviews, again, it was all about proving myself, showing that this name, Tien, you know, I'm not this other jungler. You don't have to say I'm playing like someone else. I'm playing like Tien. I was better than anyone else in my role at Worlds.
G2 re-entering the arena themselves. An opportunity to stand in front of the crowd once again. On home soil, they fought valiantly again, as you mentioned, Frost. It should not go unrecognized that this team came closer than any to completing the Grand Slam, falling short in only a single best of 5 this entire year.
Knowing the players, they're going to feel nothing but disappointment. They're going to feel angry, frustrated. It's too hard to describe how devastated they must feel, but to come back out and soak in the crowd. G2 Esports is not done. This team will be back next year, and you can expect great things from them once again.
A much-deserved bow for an incredible tournament run. And Deficio, I'm only reminded of our discussion at the beginning of the day around G2 and how they ascended to the position they are, their periods of rebuilding, the constant iteration. And now we'll hear from the team themselves. Back to Shots.
What you can, despite everything, say about your wonderful players?
It's complicated because I'm really sad. I'm really fuck. No, I'm very proud of all the fans that came here, all the fans that supported online, the players, the support staff, management, everybody worked so hard to get here. It was an unbelievable year.
Fuck.
And today, FunPlus Phoenix played better. They deserved it. The winner has to be the better team, and they were the better team. And I'm very proud of everything we've done this year. We just got started, and it's hard to see it right now because we just lost, but a lot of, we should be proud. You guys should be proud of all the players.
Fuck!
Don't worry, Carlos. We completely understand your reaction. I am going to let you go because I see how hard this is for you. Thank you so much for speaking to me, unless there's anything else you'd want to say. No? Go ahead.
Fuck!
No problem.
Paris Mayor there.
Despite the loss, G2 Esports is saying hello to their fans who have supported them. Once again, a big thank you for Ocelot for speaking to us, and we will look forward to the future for G2 as well. But now moving on and looking ahead, l'année dernière, Riot Games a annoncé que la Chine sera l'hôte du Mondial 2020, et aujourd'hui, nous avons un peu plus à partager au sujet du 10e championnat du monde. Last year, Riot Games announced that China would be the host of the World Championship in 2020. And today, we have a little more to share as we look towards the 10th League of Legends World Championship. Fantastique. Et pour tourner la page sur le championnat du monde 2019 et entamer le nouveau chapitre de League of Legends compétitive, je vous prie de faire bienvenue de nouveau de le député maire de Paris, Monsieur Jean-François Martins. To close the book on Worlds 2019 and start the next chapter in competitive League of Legends, I would like to once again welcome Monsieur Jean-François Martins, the deputy mayor of Paris, as well as Madame Chofeng Yu, directeur général d'administration municipale de la culture et du tourisme du Shanghai, and Ms. Chofeng Yu, director general of the Shanghai Municipal Administration of Culture and Tourism. Et avec ce totem, il est temps de clore cette saison compétitive 2019 et de passer le relais aux organisateurs de la finale du championnat du monde en 2020. With this totem passing from city to city, it is time to end the 2019 competitive season and hand things over to the host for the 2020 World Championship Finals.
And as League of Legends as a game celebrates its